19,000 people are going to be without a job now because of these private equity vultures.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
So this one is one that I wanted to call people's attention to, that Elon Musk is bringing a private equity guy in to try to find efficiencies at the Social Security Administration.
What could go wrong?
Yeah. What could go wrong? This from the New York Times. A private equity investor who is one of Elon Musk's closest confidants has taken a new role in the Social Security Administration. Let me get this a little bit better. Okay. A development that could be politically combustible given the program's popularity with voters and Mr. Musk's apparent intent to make major changes at the agency. The investor, Antonio Gracias, who has served on the boards of Tesla and SpaceX, has started a job at the administration as part of the Musk-led cutting effort known as the Doji, according to documents seen by the New York Times. Of the more than 50 people who have joined Mr. Musk in Washington, almost none have as extensive a history with him as Mr. Gracias. And so, they go on to talk kind of about their history and stuff like this. And, I just want to point out that this is so scary that we're going to have a private equity guy running Social Security. I don't know how closely y'all follow the news, and maybe you follow the news closer than I do, and so maybe you've got a better idea of like the benefits of private equity. But I have never, I can't remember one where the story was, private equity came in and bought this business, and now it's doing great. The service is better. The workers are being treated better. They've had investment in the company, and everything is just going great. Everything's great. I am not aware, maybe you are, I'm not, of one story, even just one, even like just a singular one story where private equity has improved the situation. And just as a to foot stomp on this point a little bit more, I want to share with you a private equity story from literally just the last week or two about Joann's. Let's play this clip from More Perfect Union.
People love Joann's. So why is it closing? Well, a lot of it has to do with private equity. In December of 2010, the private equity firm Leonard Green & Partners offered to buy Joann's for $1.6 billion. In March of 2011, Joann's shareholders voted to approve the sale, making the public company private. Before Leonard Green & Partners took over, Joann's had reported record profits. The company's stock was trading at around $45. It was set to open 60 new stores and had no outstanding debt. A decade later, Joann's re-entered the market at $12 a share and then promptly filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, citing over $1 billion in debt. That $1 billion should sound familiar because it's the same money from the private equity sale in 2011. You see, when private equity firms purchase companies, the firm doesn't take on the debt. Instead, the private equity firm borrows money on behalf of the company it's buying in order to buy it, saddling the company, not the firm, with the debt, resulting in the fact that companies bought by private equity are far more likely to file for bankruptcy. In the retail sector alone, private equity has been responsible for over 600,000 job losses since 2013. In fact, months before the Joann's sale in 2010, Leonard Green & Partners bought J.Crew for $3 billion. Under the private equity firm's ownership, consumers complained of declining quality. By May of 2020, J.Crew had filed for bankruptcy, primarily due to the debt it accrued from the buyout a decade earlier. So it's no wonder, really, that Joann's announced in January that it was filing for bankruptcy again. Its second time in under a year. Only this time, the company will be closing all 800 of its stores. Joann's employs over 19,000 people.
19,000 people going to be without a job now because of these private equity vultures.
Hey, 5 seconds. Just wanted to say that this is only possible because of our donors. If you want to see more of this, then consider donating yourself at tvlr.fm/donate.
Thousands of communities are going to be without anywhere for like home crafts and like stuff like that. You know, there was a meme that was, it's the skeleton meme. Who's the Grim Reaper? It was a Grim Reaper meme, and where the Grim Reaper's like greeting this person who's dying, and so the person he's greeting is Joann, and Joann, the company, asks, "Was I a good craft store?" And the Grim Reaper was like, "No, but for many people, you were the only one they had." Right? And so it's kind of like a silly thing, but it is genuinely sad. Thousands of people are going to lose their job. Thousands of communities losing a piece of the community. And also that these private equity vultures could squeeze all of the value that they could get out of this property and cut it loose. Right? And that's what they want to do with Social Security. And here's another story from here in Alabama. Warrior Met Coal. Y'all will remember us talking about them a lot. Just as a reminder, because we've got a lot of new listeners, Warrior Met Coal is a coal company, if you can imagine, in Alabama, and miners there went on strike in 2021 because back in 2015, the same mines were owned by a different company, Jim Walters Energy or Jim Walters Resources. They went bankrupt, and the properties were all purchased by private equity, BlackRock, stuff like that. And so as part of the buyout, they said, we're going to significantly cut workers' wages and benefits and all of that kind of stuff. And the agreement, the handshake deal that the union says that they made with the workers was that, look, we're going to make this deal. It's going to be a 5-year contract. You're going to take a lot on the chin. If we're doing well, you'll be able to make it back. So 2021, the contract comes up, and Warrior Met Coal, the new private equity-owned enterprise, says, no, never mind. We're just going to give you like less than a % raise. We're not really going to move on anything else. You're not going to be able to make up for inflation. Kick rocks, basically. And the union had tabulated that all of the cuts that the workers, all of the sacrifices that the workers made to make Warrior Met Coal profitable amounted to literally billions of dollars. Billions of dollars over that just 5 years that would have gone into Brookwood, Alabama, into these coal miners' pockets that they could then spend on school supplies for their children, on dinners for their families, on entertainment for them and their friends. In Brookwood, Alabama, $5 billion stolen from the community and into bank accounts of private equity investors in New York, D.C., and Australia. They went on strike in 2021 to protest this, and ultimately they lost. Right? They lost. They went back to work without a contract back in 2023 or early 2024, and they still don't have a contract. And so this company is still stealing billions of dollars from those workers in their community for the benefit of out-of-state, in some cases out-of-country investors, to the detriment of these workers in their communities. And again, that is what they want to do to Social Security. They want to squeeze all of the value that they can out of one of the most successful government programs in our country's history to your detriment. The Joannification of Social Security. The Warrior Met Coalification of Social Security. That's what this means. It's very concerning. Very concerning. You just saw a clip from the Valley Labor Report. We are live every Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. And we pride ourselves on keeping all of our content free to to everybody so that we can talk to as many working folks as possible. If you support the work that we're doing, you think that it's important, you think that it's good, then consider making a monthly contribution to the project, and you can do that on our website, tvlr.fm.